welcome back to the channel. My name is Tess. I am a licensed esthetician, and today I'm bringing you a requested video which is tips for creating a skincare routine on a budget. Now, I think some of these tips are going to be a little bit unexpected, but just stick with me. My goal is to not only help you save money, but to preserve the integrity of your skin and create a simple, solid foundation. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you like it, if you find it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe before you go, and hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I post so you never miss a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, before I get started, I wanted to clear something up about the title of this video, and that is that I will not be recommending any drugstore product in this video. That is not what I mean by budget friendly, and I wanted to clear that up in the beginning because as a professional, I only recommend professional product, and I'm going to get into what I mean by professional product a little later on in the video, so highly suggest you stick through to the end. But I know there are a lot of dermatologists or so-called skin experts on YouTube who will recommend drugstore products, so you are perfectly welcome to go watch those videos. Personally, it's not part of my philosophy when it comes to skincare. I believe drugstore products really sacrifice the quality of the ingredients. So when it comes to saving you money, I think the integrity of the product is really important, and I think in the long run, people just end up spending more money trying things at the drugstore that don't work, that are not effective for their skin, or cause them problems that lead to a lot of irritation, dryness, breakout, and just create more problems in the long run that you have to go and try to overcorrect and fix. It's kind of like if you were to go get a box dye at the drugstore and try to do your own hair and end up hating it, feel like you have to go to the hairstylist and have them correct everything you did, and then it ends up costing you more money than it would have if you were to just go to the salon in the first place. So I understand there's certainly an audience who feels drugstore products work for them, and that's fine. Just want to get that off my chest in the beginning, that that's not the audience I'm trying to reach, and I'm going to get into some tips for saving you money but really preserving the integrity of your skin at the same time, which is what I'm really passionate about. So to have a great skincare routine, I don't think it has to be a 12-step thing. It doesn't have to be crazy complicated. Actually, I think in the long run, a simple routine really is best. So I think there's 4 products you can invest in from the start, and that is a professional cleanser, toner, moisturizer, and an SPF. A cleanser is really important because you want to make sure you do not have SLS, you don't have a stripping agent in the product, that it cleans the skin really well and conditions it, but the skin should not feel dry or tight after you use your cleanser. I really recommend a toner to help balance the pH so that your other products that you put on after the toner can better absorb, and so that you're creating balance. When you create balance in the skin is able to receive all of the other ingredients that follow so much better, and you're just kind of setting the foundation for the skin. You're rebalancing after you've used, water, you've used any cleanser that may have altered your pH. It's really important to balance it so that the skin is in a stable, happy, calm state. Lastly, of course, it's important to hydrate and protect the skin, provide a little bit of a barrier, and the type of moisturizer or toner or cleanser may vary based on your skin type. There's such a range of professional product, but I think those are some of the key products for a really strong routine. Lastly, it's so key that you protect your skin with SPF every day, and really consider the incidental exposure from even just walking to your car, and just understand SPF is something you need to wear every day to protect your skin from the UVA rays, the aging rays, as well as the burning rays. But SPF is so key to anti-aging, keeping pore size small over time, and reducing any other problems that can come about from all that damage from sun exposure. So cleanser, toner, moisturizer, SPF, 4 items, and the reason I recommend professional grade is that you're getting the highest quality of ingredients. You're getting less synthetic filler and harmful ingredients like fragrance or alcohol in the product that can disrupt the skin and create long-term problems. The reason I recommend professional products is that you are getting the highest quality ingredients in your products. You are getting products that are clinically trialed, that have to be proven to have an effect on the skin. You are getting less synthetic fragrance, filler, ingredients that over time can have a harmful effect on the skin and create more problems, which would cause you to want to go out, buy something else, and try to overcorrect your skin. Lastly, professional products tend to be pH balanced, which is so important. Skin health comes down to pH, and having that protective barrier, having the skin intact, having it balanced so that it can receive those other ingredients, so important. So those are the benefits of professional product, and professional product would be products that you would have recommended by a skin professional like an esthetician. I know there are some sites that actually offer professional products such as Dermstore, or you may be able to purchase them from spa retailers that have e-commerce sites such as Dermaplus, the spa I work at. I will link our little square up in case you guys want to browse some professional products, but those are some of the reasons I recommend investing in a professional, simple routine. I think when you invest in the right things once, you avoid having to overcorrect and buy additional products that you didn't really need in the first place. I think it's so much easier to just have the right products recommended for you, for your skin type, and have those high quality ingredients that are proven to have an effect on the skin. That way you have your simple routine, you're able to stick with it, and you have those concentrated ingredients that last a lot longer than drugstore products. One thing I noticed when I switched to professional product was that I needed so much less. I probably needed a third of the amount that I was used to, because I realized the cleanser, it would foam or just work so much more efficiently without needing additional product. I realized my moisturizer, I really needed just like a dime size amount, and my skin was hydrated. So I think you'll find once you make the switch that these products are so much more effective on the skin, and it really it's such a stark contrast to drugstore ingredients where they're really made with a lot of filler or water, and you're just used to needing so much of it for it to do anything for your skin. So I think investing in the right products is my first tip. So my next tip for creating a budget-friendly skincare routine is actually what not to do. So something I recommend is not, if you're really in a strict budget, not investing in things like serums and masks. So let me explain. And not to say those things don't have a place in a skincare routine, not to say they're not great, because I love serums and masks very, very much. But I would say it's way more important that you have your core foundation of the routine and you focus on how to preserve the quality of the skin by addressing the main concerns first. So I think for a lot of people, that would be something like hydration or having excess oil in the skin. So with those kind of concerns, you can address those first with your core 4 products. Maybe focus on an oil-free moisturizer. Maybe your toner has a little bit of salicylic in it if you are congested or prone to blackheads, or maybe it is something with hyaluronic acid and aloe if you are more on the dry or dehydrated side. But I think investing in that solid foundation is super important, and it often gets overlooked. I think a lot of people will go out and spend money on 7 or 8 random products from the drugstore, and then things kind of get more complicated. Their skin is a mess and we don't know where to start because they've added in perhaps a serum from the drugstore that has too heavy of oils, or they've started using a mask that's really stripping their skin, causing a lot of inflammation. So For that reason, I say get the foundation right. Once you've got that down and maybe you want to spend a little bit more money, that's when you can think about serums and masks. But this just goes for skin health overall. When I am working with clients, I know a lot of times people come out of the treatment, they're looking at the products on offer and they think, oh, I'll just get that face mask and add that to my routine and that will help with my acne. Face masks are great. People love them. I think there's a lot of self-care and kind of like a therapeutic side to using them. But again, I really value overall balancing the skin routine first before you think about adding in things like masks or serums. And keep in mind, those things should not be used to try to correct certain skin issues, because they will not really make the biggest difference. The biggest difference is going to come from what you put on your skin every day, and those things are just a little bit more supplemental. And the last thing I'll say about that is that the skin can't properly receive things like serums or masks if it's already imbalanced. If you're already super inflamed, putting a mask on it may kind of just create more of an issue. So get the core routine right first, and then think about things like serums and masks down the line. My next tip is another don't, and that is spending your money on tools if you are really on a strict budget. Now again, just like serums and masks, I think tools can be amazing and they're so much fun to use. I love them, but I will say again, that core routine is your bread and butter. It's where you want to invest the bulk of your money, because again, it's what you put on your skin every day. And your hands are actually an amazing free tool. They're my favorite thing in an esthetician's toolbox. You can do so much with your own two hands that's free, and spending 3 to 5 minutes using your hands, massaging in your treatment products, really helps to improve circulation, which is a big part of skin health. Keeping things moving, bringing oxygen, blood flow to the skin really helps to bring nutrients and just promote healthier skin overall. So do implement a couple of facial massage moves. Just 3 to 5 minutes a day makes a big difference in skin health, but I wouldn't say you need to go out and buy things like a light stim or a jade roller if you're really struggling to invest in your core skincare routine. Next, I wanted to mention that a big way I think people can save money is by understanding that a lot of skin issues can actually stem from dehydration. So, for example, you might be dealing with a lot of breakout because your skin is lacking water, it's imbalanced, and it's trying to make up for that in some way. So, ways to hydrate the skin. First, a great way is to look for water binding ingredient in your product. Things like hyaluronic acid, aloe are very hydrating, and having, again, professional grade products that deliver that hydration are really, really helpful and help to ensure that you're not just getting a poor version of hyaluronic acid, you are getting a really effective version that's not just going to feel like it's kind of coating the top layer of the skin, but it's delivering that hydration deep into the basal layers where it affects the most change. The reason I bring up hydration is because a lot of times issues like irritation or acne can stem from dehydration in the skin. And I think a lot of times, for example, if somebody's struggling with acne, they actually end up doing the reverse. They want to go out and buy the harshest, strongest products to kind of kill the acne, really hard and fast, when I think that ends up doing more harm than good and creating more problems in the long term. So if you are struggling with acne, consider kind of just rebalancing the skin, delivering that hydration. Dermaplus's hydrating toner is actually a great super universal toner for people to use to help restore that hydration and restore that imbalance, which in turn reduces breakout. Trust me, I've been on the other side dealing with a face full of acne, and you just want it to be over as soon as possible. I get it, But when it comes to acne, you really have to kill it with kindness and understand that rebalancing the skin's pH will really be so helpful in the long term. So just understand with acne, it's a slow, gradual process, and try to avoid going out and just buying the super harsh line of acne products to try to address the problem. Lastly, a simple tip you can use is to make sure you're not washing your face in too hot of water. Too hot of water leads to tool or transepidermal water loss, and we really want to make sure we're using lukewarm to cool water to ensure that we're preserving that hydration in the skin. Once you do have that solid foundation of a professional routine, you're not experiencing a lot of imbalance or breakout, you can consider a retinol, and this is an area I will say you can spend less money on. You can actually get a great professional retinol prescribed by your dermatologist or your primary care doctor. That tends to be about $15, and this is the one time you'll hear me say it. You can pick that up from a drugstore. Otherwise, they also have over-the-counter Differin, which tends to be a low dose of retinol but still effective. Next, I wanted to hit on a big way to save money, and this applies to licensed skin professionals or even esthetician students, so I would certainly take advantage of this if you're not already. So when you do have professional credentials or are going to school, there are a lot of brands that offer deep discounts to professionals. I know Image Skincare is one brand that does it, and I know there's a lot more, so you can do some research on brands that offer professional discounts, but you will be amazed at the product that is available that would not be otherwise available to consumers, so that's a great way to save money. Another option is to purchase skincare at trade shows, and I love doing this. It's one of my favorite reasons. I love going to trade shows, but you're able to walk around to different booths and purchase products, again, for really great discounted prices. And another thing I did as an esthetician student was purchase product from brand representatives such as Dermalogica when they came in to visit our school. So typically they give you a price sheet and it actually shows you the discounts you get on the product as opposed to what it sells for normally retail price. So that's a really great option. And then lastly, of course, if you work at a spa, you will likely get a discount on the product, or you will get some product for free. So once you're in the industry, those are some really awesome ways to get product at a deeper discount. The last thing I want to hit on is something I see done all the time, and that is just assuming that because a brand is expensive or luxurious, that it is good for your skin. So I know there's a lot of luxury brands that are sold at department stores or places like Sephora that are just way overpriced and that are kind of just glorified petroleum or products that you would get from the drugstore. So just understand that expensive and luxurious doesn't equal effective for your skin. Again, I think a way better option is having a professional customize a routine for you and invest in professional products over luxury brand name products, such as La Mer would be an example of a really extravagant brand that I don't think is anything special or that's proven to have an effect on the skin. That is a big benefit of professional product. It has to be deemed to have an effect on the skin to be sold, and that way when you buy it, you have peace of mind knowing it's going to work. It's going to do something for the skin. Definitely understand that there's some really great professional lines that aren't super extravagantly expensive. Most of the products range from $20 to $80, so keep in mind that's maybe a few more dollars than something you would pay for at the drugstore and could be significantly less than something you might purchase at Sephora. So just remember, brand, pretty packaging doesn't always equal effective for the skin. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I know it might not have been what you expected. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I look forward to hearing your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.